Okay, so I don't know what's seeable here. So I'll put some flowers in. I've got petunias, some zinnias. There's a camellia in the middle, which I've given it a bit of space because they grow pretty huge. I'm just chucking it in the ground, seeing what happens really. So I've got a little mini rose over here. Needs another bit of water today, and that of galadria. That's a pretty flower. Well, at least I hope it will be when that comes up. The hydrangea has buds and looking quite promising there. Ought to pick a bit of the rhubarb really. Have some of that for my tea. So things are a bit disorganised. I've got some begonias here from good old B&Q. I've got one, two, there's another one somewhere. Oh, there it is. I want to put them in a pot together because they're 3 colours. Now this doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it, this pot, which is a bit annoying. I don't know whether to drill it or just leave it, because the thing is, outdoors in the summer they can dry out real quick. So if you put a hole in it, the water you've put in drains away, and otherwise it's and then if it rains it can drown. So maybe one hole in it. I can always stand it on a plate or something, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, got a couple of dahlias growing as well. I had some rhizomes from a garden shop, or a shop with garden things in it. Didn't have much hope for them, but they've come up all right. So I'm going to let them do a bit more and then decide where to put them later. Got a new gnome over there. A couple of new gnomes actually. There's that one with a lamp. I don't normally like the gonk ones with no faces, just a nose, but I thought he was quite sweet because he had flowers and a bug on his hat. There's this little dude over here, and my little representation of my friend who liked fishing. Now I've got to paint him because my friend had dark hair, not blonde, so he's going to get a makeover. Now I've got some more flowers here. Oh yeah, and my gnome eating kitty statue, because I am a cat person, and kitty's munching on gnomes. I don't know how well you can see that, but yep, so these flowers are starting to take hold. I had a look at the January post I did, and it's so much better out here. Tulips are almost over. I've got to deadhead them, otherwise the energy goes into seed production. Change that word. Oh yeah, got some strawberries. Got a few actually coming there. Sorry about being in my own shadow here. My cactus is looking a bit rough. Now I'm going to repot that, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut the whole thing off at this lower stem here, and just let that one become dominant, and then the rest of it I can keep the good bits and regrow them because they're very simple. You just lay them onto some soil, sort of sandy soil, and they just find their own way through. They're very hardy, but this one's been looking a bit rough for a long time. I got it from a friend, but yeah, it's got floppy in places and it's got some rot, so cutting all that out is going to help it. And if I take it off to this good size shoot, all of the root will then concentrate on that one piece, and that will become the main stem. That's what I'm hoping. I'm no expert, so don't take my word for it. I'm just like keeping my fingers crossed, you know. So the view from the mini greenhouse, and it's proper warm in here right now. Oh, excuse me. Right, now I've got some larkspur seedlings also. I've got to find somewhere for those, but I was clearing over in that far corner there where all the twigs are. Now I've put them down because my cats tend to like to use those corners, and it's the same with that corner there, which is by my back door, and my little darlings tend to use anywhere with a bit of fresh soil, which is horrible right next to the door. I'm hoping to just put some slabs down really and just give up on that bit completely for growing. I might put some pots down, so if I put slabs down and just put flower pots in, I'll probably do that rather than trying to maintain another area of growth. As you can see, the ivy is mad. That is honeysuckle, and it's absolutely gorgeous when it blooms. That's a hebe. So I've got to try and get some of this ivy down. I've got to save my rose. This is a blue moon, this rose. It comes out a lovely pale purple. And what have I got there? Look, this here. That's Aquilegia. Real pretty, that one. I do love the Aquilegia. Still a few bluebells left. And so there we are. I'm back. Now obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in this garden. It's only little. I've got to have a fire at some point. Not the plastic, it's just there out of the way for the minute. I don't like burning plastic. That will go in the recycling. It's very heavy. I think it's too wet. That's why it's not. Yeah, look at that. It's all full of water. So that's full of water, which I think is half the problem why the root that I put in it didn't come to anything, or hasn't yet come to anything. I don't know whether it's trying, but I might just put this into this one. Although it's heavy, I've still got healing from my surgery. Just to top that up a bit. No, I don't really understand. I'm pretty sure I put oh look, there's a wormy in there. Oh well, he's probably going, what you doing? Ah, now there is a root. There's another one there. So it's very wet, which is probably why it's not doing very well. Let that drain a bit. Point it down here and let it drain out a little bit. Now, so I'll plant the begonias in, and hopefully they won't mind that moist soil. And I think I will make a hole in the bottom of the pot. Now, as you can see, there is one root on there, which is looking good, because when you get them, they're like mega dry. Now there's a point. Now these old pots from last year, hanging pots. Now that was something my brother gave me, and it's just not looking good at all. So I think what I'll do is I will need both my hands back for one thing. So yeah, don't know what happened there. This is really dry. I'll put a bit of the real dry on top. That will hopefully even it out a bit. Let's have a look what was in here. I don't know what that is. Just a tiny little green ball. Whether that's a moisture retainer that they put in the soil, I don't know. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so this was just left over from last year. It's probably not got a lot of nutrient in, but the soil at the bottom of this pot is new. So that it's just to bulk it up to the surface. When I put these begonias in, I've got the mocha yellow. Bright orange, mocha bright orange, and trailing begonia scarlet colour. So I'm not doing too bad. Let's just put them in together. I don't know whether it'll be any good to do that. Oh, I've got it wonky. Very dry, so they're going to appreciate that moist soil. There we go. I won't water it because it's already wet. These in just around the edge so that I know what they are. Yellow one, that's this one. And red. Okay. That's better. So that can be there. I just want to fill this garden with flowers. I've never had much luck in this garden because I've just never really attended it properly. So hopefully this will be different this year. I've got to find something to do with that before that little new root dies. I'll put it in with this one, its brother or sister. Just put it in there for the moment until it catches a bit of this moist soil on the top. So that'll be alright for the minute. Put a bit of that on there as well, so it's pretty dry. Just let that even the moisture level out a bit. Very wet. There's no hole in the bottom of this ceramic one. It's more of an indoor plant pot, but